Arteta had an interview where he was told that listen, you have just one trophy, and this is if you don't win anything, will it be a disappointing season? He said no, it's actually 3 because he won 2 community shields, and all of you came at him like a tornado.
You and I have watched Nottingham Forest. You and I have seen what the coach is doing with that team. You'll be surprised that Nottingham can be second and Arsenal be third.
Hello guys, welcome to our channel. My name is Dennis and I'm here with
Patrick.
Okay, so over the past 2 seasons, I think Arsenal is one of the teams that have really been on form. They've been trying to win the title. Last season they went at it. What was impressive is that the second half of the season they were able to put together some good run of form to actually challenge Man City, but they missed shy of a few points. This season we're expecting them to really go wild at it because City has not been in good form, but they struggled a bit. So can they do it? There are a couple of issues and things that we want to talk about Arsenal to actually assess and see where they can finish, whether really they can be able to topple Liverpool for the challenge. I have my brother here who is a Liverpool fan, and I'm sure he wouldn't want to hear most of the things I'm saying, but what do you think about Arsenal? Do you think that they can do it this time around?
Well, I mean, Arsenal is not playing too bad.
Okay.
Arsenal has never been, and I know a lot of Arsenal players will get upset because they've never been a very consistent team.
Okay.
In a sense that when it matters most, Arsenal never shows up. Yeah. And with how Arsenal performed last season, we were expecting a lot of better performance from them this particular season.
Any day we'll improve.
Yeah, because we've had excuses like some of their players were not present and they had issues with injuries and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for me, I there was back then I had arguments with people where they said that Arsenal doesn't have the winning mentality, which is actually a big deal when it comes to picking up trophies. And actually now I believe that. I've seen Arsenal games that I know that this one there Arsenal is winning this game hands down. They play all the lovely football, they are passing, they're in your 18. Arsenal can be around your 18 box for the next 20 minutes. And nothing comes out of it. So I don't take it for granted that we are the top at Liverpool. But at the same time, and as much as Arsenal is not doing too well, I feel as though that they can smell blood. So they are not really ready to fall now where they are now because they are right behind us in order to make sure that anytime we slip, they come in there to pick it up. But I think that Arsenal has, and I've heard the coach make so many excuses when they play games, which is very appalling for me if you ask me. I think that when things are not going as expected as a leader, your posture should be one of accepting the fault and seeing how you better it as you move on. But then when you come and blame the football, tell my brother.
Are you saying that you are not worried about Arsenal? Saying that they are not, they don't have a winning mentality. Are you saying you are not worried about them?
Bro, as I sit here, I'm worried more about Nottingham Forest, not Arsenal. I kid you not. Look,
no, but answer being unfair. Listen, Arsenal over the last 5 games have won 4 and drawn 1. They've not dropped any points. That is a team that is actually on a form to go and win the title. You understand? You've also done same. You've also drawn.
We've actually drawn more games.
Exactly. So, I mean, if you take a few pointers in Arsenal, whereby, for instance, some of their key players, i.e., in the middle of the season, they lost Odegaard for a while, which was very key. And now they've lost Saka as well. And I know Jesus has picked the ACL injury. So, is it not fair for them to complain and say, this is why we are struggling, but still we are going for it?
No, but you and I know that, first of all, Jesus has never been in a plan, has never been in really Arteta's plan when it comes to us now this season. Saka is unfortunate because for me, one of the players I really fear in Arsenal is that boy. You know, Odegaard is back.
He is,
and he's playing the football that we expect him to be playing. In
not
fact,
really. Not really. He's not creating as much chances as he was.
But then you should watch most of the games that Arsenal is winning. It surrounds Odegaard. You know, and for me, I just feel that without Saka, Arsenal loses something very big.
Actually, the stats show that without any game that Odegaard and Saka have played, they've never lost.
They've never lost. Yeah.
So I mean, if you lose one, obviously it's going to have an impact.
Yeah.
Is that not fair?
Yeah, but then I mean, you see, when you say fair, for me, I don't think it's the right word. You see, I always say that when you start a tournament, you would have some players falling off, getting injuries, coming back and whatnot. But then the thing is that when it matters most, did you win? You know, in the beginning, I was having an argument with you that, oh, the season just started. Like you kept on saying, oh, the season just started, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something. When you had backed in all those chances in the beginning of the season, and now challenges start coming, which is not something abnormal when it comes to the EPL. At a certain point, you face challenges. Yeah. Then you can rely on the good things you did in the beginning.
Of course. Yeah.
But then if you miss certain, obvious chances, you don't take them. And when things turn around, because after the December, you know how tough it becomes.
Yeah.
Then you can't start blaming injuries that you get now for losing games that you're supposed to lose back then. Well, so that's how I see it.
I agree with you on one thing. I think the coach's comments have actually been quite woeful. I don't know whether in his mind
he's a maestro.
He's protecting his team, but I think some of the things I remember when they were kicked out of. I think they lost to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. He blamed the football and said that it's different from any game that they play. You hear him talk about even when they lost, we deserve to win. We played a better football, but nobody's going to give you what you deserve. You have to take it.
You have to take it.
You understand? Yeah. So that one, I agree. But I feel that issues about Odegaard, his injuries and what it cost them, Saka's injury and what it cost them. But I put it on Arteta because, like you said, fair play that he had opportunity to spend on quality players so that when these injuries come in, you are not hit. You went for Raheem Sterling. What everybody told you that this is not a guy for you. Yeah. You went for Kai Havertz. That everybody told you need a striker. I mean, there's nobody in the world in football who would have told you that, okay, with where Arsenal got to and City edged it, get a striker in and you'll be better for it. Yeah. But he was stubborn. He still insisted he will go with Kai Havertz. And this is where they find themselves. So my question is, do you think Arsenal will win something this season? Right now, the Carabao Cup hangs as a threat because they have a second league with Newcastle leading at 2-0. Yeah. They are out of the FA Cup. They are in the Champions League, but in their group, they are sitting third. And now they are 4 points behind Liverpool. Do you think if you assess from now to the season, Arsenal can put something together and win something?
Yeah, I can confidently say, hit my hands on my chest and tell you that Arsenal will win. And I'll tell you this. Look. No. Don't worry. I mean, my Arsenal guys will come at me.
Hand my chest.
Yeah. I tell you. Look, I'm telling you this because I agree with you. You had an opportunity to beef up your team.
Yeah.
How do you win a league? How do you win Champions League? How do you win all these things?
Yeah.
With your top striker being Kai Havertz.
No, but see, I cannot see where they came to that decision. If Arsenal sit down at the end of the season, from the half of the season, like the mid-season to the end, they were able to put together 45 points, which was very key. Guess what? City the same. City only edged it by the first half of the season what they were able to do.
Yeah.
You get it? So if I sit down and I look at this team, okay, this is what we did this season, so we can do it again. I don't need to change something that is not working. Is that not a good argument?
No, it's not. You see, when you play a league and you even edge close to winning, let's say you are second. In the EPL, it only matters most when you are first.
Of course, nobody remembers the second.
When you are second, you are third. So you can't tell me that what you did to be second, you're going to try and apply to the next season to see it's going to make you first.
Points are good.
No, but I'm saying that, Dennis, during every season, things change.
Of course.
Now, you and I, as we sit here, we never thought that Nottingham Forest would be in the top 3.
Okay.
So, what do you do henceforth or moving forward? Now, you brought in Raheem Sterling. What was the plan? I actually don't know.
He's barely played an EPL game. And the last time he played, which was their last game against, who did they play last week? Midweek.
What was it?
They played.
I've not played a certain team. I don't. We'll come to
yeah.
So, but I'm just saying that when you watch Arsenal's game,
they play Tottenham.
They play Tottenham.
Yeah.
Arsenal doesn't play bad football.
They don't.
But I'm saying that edge, that winning mentality, that aggression, I don't see it. Because, look, I see Martinelli coming sometimes from the left wing, plays wonderful football. At certain times, you see Martinelli, it's like he's never played football before.
Now, when it comes to winning mentality, is that not why he brought all these City boys? Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, now Sterling. These are guys who are used to winning. And Pep.
Dennis, don't do this.
Why?
Sterling was supposed to bring was winning mentality.
Yes, he's experienced. He's used to winning.
Even
if you don't get him on the pitch, you get him in the dressing room being an influential.
and Jesus,
that disrespect, eh?
No, please. This is not disrespect. Jesus, for me, is a very good player. He might not be as consistent that you want, but if he's on the pitch, it's either he might cause some penalty for you or whatnot. You never use this guy. You're always dependent on Kai Havertz. You're always dependent on Saka. You're always dependent on Odegaard. But you have a number of players that you claim to come in to change your game.
Yeah.
You don't utilize them. Now that Saka is injured, I won't take that excuse that Saka is injured, so because of that, they are going to be having issues. No, you've had games that you've played in the past that you're supposed to bang in the goals.
But funny enough, he spent more money for his defense than his attack.
And his defense has not been bad.
Yes,
but your defense has not been bad, but you're not scoring.
That's the point.
Yeah,
that's the point.
So then what was the plan? Because you are not scoring. You have Saliba and all those wonderful guys at the back who are defending.
For DM, he has 3 key players.
Yeah,
Partey, Jorginho, Rice. You don't need that.
And I don't know when Rice was coming in.
He also brought in another guy. Yeah,
Rice was coming in, and everybody was like Rice. I'm like, okay, Rice is coming in. So what's next? You know, yes, Rice has paid his dues since he came. I think he's played some very good football. But all I'm trying to say is, if you want to, because you will keep on playing the league. Arsenal might struggle and be second again this season.
Oh,
what does that really matter?
Would you say that if Liverpool was not at the top?
Yeah, I would have.
Really?
Yeah, I would have.
Okay.
You know, because look, I'm telling you, Dennis, and Mark this year, you'll be surprised that, and you and I have watched Nottingham Forest. You and I have seen what the coach is doing with that team. You'll be surprised that Nottingham can be second and Arsenal be third.
I think they'll drop. I think Nottingham will drop.
So let's mark this episode down, guys. Let's mark this episode down. Let's lock this episode down. Nottingham will be Forest, Arsenal will be third. Anyway, let's go on with that.
There's this school of thought that Arsenal's drop out of the FA Cup by Manchester United could actually be a blessing in disguise. What do you think?
Blessing to who?
To Arsenal, because obviously, if you are fighting on 3 fronts,
Arsenal guys really wanted that.
No. If you are fighting on 3 fronts, FA Cup, Champions League, and the league, obviously you are going to be stretched. So if you drop one, and I'm sure if you ask every Arsenal fan which one they would prefer to drop, they won the FA Cup so many times. They want to go for the Premier League and the Champions League. So obviously, they'll choose these 2 to be the ones to fight for.
No. Dennis, you know, when it comes to football and picking up trophies, even community shield.
No, I won't take that.
No.
I remember a couple of weeks ago, Arteta had an interview where he was told that, listen, you have just 1 trophy, and this is if you don't win anything, will it be a disappointing season? He said, no, it's actually 3 because he won 2 community shields. And all of you came at him like a tornado.
No,
and
but
now
I'm
to
saying,
make your point, you will use it.
No, I didn't even land on my point.
You said that the commission is a trophy.
No, I'm saying that.
It's a silver.
No, what I'm trying to say is that I don't believe that if you win the EPL, the Champions League or whatever it is, so many times, at a certain point you'll be like, oh, I've won it enough, so I'm okay. No.
That is if there is a trophy that seems to be escaping you.
What is escaping them?
It's
gone. It's gone.
Davia has escaped them for more than 20 years.
So they should have fought for the FA.
Who said that the EPL is gone?
It's gone.
4 points is nothing.
Oh, come on, fam.
Even 10 points is nothing.
We have, look, I'm telling you that.
Listen, Liverpool is going to be fighting Champions League, EPL, FA Cup, Carabao. I can assure you, injuries and everything, you never know what will happen.
So now it's actually a curse to be in all these games. It's a blessing when you drop.
It's not a curse, but to have a tool. Listen, you
can't
listen, there is a team that is playing probably just 50 games all season.
Yeah.
You are playing 120 games. Same players, same squad. What do you expect?
Yeah, but
of course it's going to have its toll. If Arsenal, for instance, drop out of the Champions League and they have just one game a week, that gives them an advantage over you. It's fact.
It is fact, yes, of course, because tiredness, weariness, and whatnot. Yeah. But I'm saying that you asked me a question, and I'm saying that it is no blessing in disguise for falling out. It is no blessing, absolutely not.
It is.
It is no blessing. I'm telling you, because
now they can. No. Now they can focus all their resources on those two.
You were not brought into a season to focus all your resources on just two. When you are coming into a particular year, a season, you know the number of tournaments you are going to play.
100%.
You prepare for them. That is why there's a window for December, January.
Yeah.
Because they know how stretched the season is with all those games. So you plan. You have a management. You have a team. You have a board. You can't come and tell me that you are going to let go of one, and when one goes down, it's a blessing because you'll be able to. So what if you don't get the other one?
Let go means it was intentional. They lost.
But it wasn't intentional.
Exactly, they lost. So the point is that they've lost it.
Yeah.
And they are, maybe, let's say, fans and pundits are trying to spin it a different way. Listen, could you actually look at it from the angle that actually there was no way Arsenal was going to win all three? Never. So,
but is there a way they'll win anything?
Oh, it's football. Anything can happen. Listen, Liverpool can lose 2 games on the spin.
Yeah, we're not talking about Liverpool.
You are on top.
We are discussing Arsenal. All I'm trying to say is that, listen.
You are on top.
No, but look, okay, let's put Liverpool aside. I'm telling you that when you watch Arsenal play, on any day, you would love to watch an Arsenal football game.
Since Wenger.
You've brought up a good point. You can't say that they are playing better football now than when Arsene was there.
Not at all.
They are still playing the same football.
Yeah.
But why are they not winning?
You're asking me?
Yeah, no, because I'm saying that if you are doing so well, last season, in fact, not just last season, 2 seasons, heading to even last season, you did very good.
Yeah.
So what's the next thing to do?
You see, Let's
go for it.
Don't get it wrong that I am actually giving into the excuses that Arsenal has, because obviously for me, the same way Chelsea is criticized for spending money, Arsenal has spent about 800 million, and they should have something to show for it. You get it? And if you look at their last trophy, that was Arteta's, I think, first season that he won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And it's been long overdue for them to always come close. I think the last video I asked you whether he's the man to take them over the line.
Yeah.
But then again, for me, this episode, I want us to be critical and see whether there's some bit of lineage in there of some of the excuses that they are bringing, because it's fact that one of their key goal scorers is injured, which is in Saka. It's a fact that they've had a couple of red cards where they didn't deserve, and that has hit them badly. They've had some injuries, so, and the ball was different. So
you really have to bring that one in.
So is it not fair to cut and like that? Even where they are now, amidst everything they've faced, all the obstacles, they are in a good place and they can still go ahead to win it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, that regardless of all that we are saying, Arsenal is not a small team.
Not at all.
Arsenal is a big club.
Not at all.
Yeah, so we're expecting a big club in the midst of challenges to still pull through. So if your key players get injured, we are still not expecting you to fall because your key players are injured.
Raheem will come good.
You said we should be very critical. I'm trying to be critical. Listen, so if you have your key players that have fallen, that is why you went into the market to get certain players. So the past 2 games or so, I've seen Raheem come in. What has Raheem done? Absolutely nothing. So then the back falls back to you. The coach, the decisions you took in bringing in certain players.
Of course,
So I think that Arsenal's decisions in getting players and it's affecting them now. Saka can't be fit all the time.
Yeah.
Odegaard might get injured. Doesn't mean that when these two guys are out, they're going to have challenges.
It seems so.
If that is what you feel, or that's what you think, or that's what you believe, then get their replacement. And for me,
I assume that every position has
two
men fighting for.
Yeah. So then, Jesus has been there. Look, the time even Odegaard was injured at a certain point.
Yeah.
Jesus was even hardly used. He was still on the bench.
True.
We had Raheem Sterling on the bench all the time. Even there are times they'll do substitutes. They are going through hardship. They don't bring Raheem.
True.
So what did you bring in those players for? So I think that Arsenal might have their own issues. But as a football fan, I feel as though that the fans are not out there just for beautiful football.
Of course, yeah.
We want some hard decisions to be taken for our team to win day in, day out.
Okay.
And we'll be proud of it.
Okay.
We don't want a situation whereby, Saka is hurt, so we are losing and it makes sense. We almost got it, so this time we're second, so it makes sense. No. Arsene Wenger did better than that. But he
kept them in the Champions League for 20 years.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So is that what you want as an Arsenal fan?
No.
Yeah. So they should look at that because the stats don't speak too well.
So there is a talk that Arsenal desperately needs a striker in the January window. In your opinion, who should they go for?
Arsenal. You see, like I keep on saying, Arsenal is a big team.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting Arsenal to go for any low-level player.
Okay.
Because I'm expecting that they are bringing in a prolific striker to fill in the gap.
In January?
Yeah.
Who will you find in January?
That is their job. The scout has to go out there to find someone. Because, Dennis, you've Kai Havertz. There's the player they are relying on to bank in the goals. In the absence of Kai Havertz, they are relying on Saka.
Yeah.
In the absence of Saka, they are relying that their captain does something fantastic.
Oh, they have Trossard and Martinelli.
Yeah, but then you see, that's the problem. I love Trossard. Charlie, you see what Trossard did to that Tottenham guy?
Yeah, he almost opened him in two.
I'm telling you, broke the guy's neck. Amazing guy. But we see Arsenal has gotten to the point where they need another Thierry Henry.
Okay.
That they can say that, okay, it's the 90th minute, things are hard, but this guy will take us through.
Arsenal fans are shouting at for Isak.
No, Newcastle won't let Isak go.
For the right price?
No.
200 million?
No.
If Newcastle say, I will let Isak go for 150, should Arsenal do it?
I think that it won't be a bad sale. In fact, even if Newcastle gives out Isak for 200 million, Arsenal can afford it. I don't think it's a bad sale. But I think that Newcastle is actually really competing. They are actually also pushing.
By the way Newcastle plays, totally different from the way Arsenal plays.
Oh no, but
Newcastle depends on transition. They turn the ball very quickly, and then Isak is in there.
Yeah,
Arsenal doesn't do that.
Yeah, but then you see that is why when you bring in a certain player, you would have to tweak certain things to suit that particular player.
Okay.
Now, if you watch Man City's game before Haaland came, they hardly were doing those crosses.
Yeah.
They will do their tiki-taka down there, then somebody pushes in. But now Haaland is in there, lifts the ball for him to head.
Yeah.
Isak can head.
Okay.
Isak is a good finisher with his foot. So he will be a very good buy for them. In fact, if Arsenal get Isak, they'll be a very dangerous team.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll be a dangerous team. So I think that if they can go in for it, but I don't think that Newcastle will let him go that easily.
But there's one interesting shout that came from Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Who said that if he was in charge, he would recommend Arsenal to go for Benzema for a 6-month loan.
Oh.
What do you think?
You spoke about
Benzema is desperate to leave his current team in Saudi.
Yeah.
So it could actually be a shout.
But
the salary could be crazy coming from the Saudi league.
That's what I was about to say.
But if it's just for a loan for 6 months, you just push yourself to get to the top.
It will be an amazing buy. It will be a huge step for us now.
Yeah. And
it will be a game changer.
Let me tell you why it wouldn't happen. Arteta has always prepared players that he can have full control of. That's actually one of the reasons why they never went for Ivan Toney.
Okay.
And Osimhen. but he felt their characters were too distant for him to handle. Okay. So if you can't handle,
the players,
if you can't handle those two,
how will you handle Benzema?
Exactly. How can you handle Benzema?
Benzema, in as much as he's a big boy, Benzema is one of those players that has ego issues.
He doesn't.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, he's always had that.
Yeah, he looked for me. I don't know, he has a certain posture, like
player that, no, if you have a good rapport with him, you get the best out of him.
Yeah.
But if you don't, he's a nightmare.
But you see, that's the thing. You see, as a coach, your man or your people management should be good.
Yeah.
And Arteta himself, you see, every human being, like Shatawale will say, know your level.
Yeah.
Arteta, you are not a maestro in coaching. You're not a big boy. Yeah. So if you bring in a player like Benzema, I think you guys should have a one-on-one behind closed doors. Like, yo, bro, this is what Arsenal is now. This is what I need.
No.
You know, coaches actually have those talks with the big boys.
There are certain players.
Yeah, you lock up in the room. You have a talk.
When a player like Ibrahimovic comes, it's somebody that you need to sit down and
have a one-on-one chat with him.
But I don't think Arteta is that kind of coach.
Really?
It's my way or no way.
Arteta?
You forgot what he did to Aubameyang?
Yeah.
That's him. If you can't follow my rules, you're out.
I mean,
so that is why he didn't go for Everton, because apparently what the reason was that he had attitude issues. Same with Osimhen. That's why they never went for him.
But then when you want stars in your team, you have to pick up the whole package.
And that is why we talk about being a winning mentality. Because definitely he basically sees that as more important. The control is more important to him than winning.
Yeah, because imagine us not getting Benzema in there.
Yeah.
No matter how old that guy is, he'll bang in the goals you need.
But you know the funny thing? He's actually already trying to sign Zubimendi from Juventus for summer.
Yeah.
Why is that more important? Exactly. Because as much as I get it, because Partey is out of contract.
Yeah.
Jorginho is out of contract.
Jorginho is also out of contract.
I understand why you plan.
Yeah.
But are there no more pressing issues?
Yeah, but then it could send several signals. Maybe he's given up already. Maybe yeah, because unless of course he also feels as though that
he wants to secure it.
Yes,
before,
maybe he feels as though that he really needs that player secured. But for me,
was he not the same guy who said no to Liverpool?
Yeah, yeah, that guy.
There are wounds and scars there. I'm just trying to see. Let me rub a bit of salt.
Okay, that's fine. But anyway, I think Arsenal has a lot more to do. I think Arsenal fans are quite frustrated.
And but they have every right to be.
Yeah, they have every right to be frustrated. But Arsenal fans, they have a big heart.
Well, I mean, they've been trained well by Wenger.
It's not.
They've been trained well.
It's not easy being an
Arsenal patience.
Fan.
They've been trained well. Don't say that. Liverpool waited 30 years to win the league. Okay, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.